This is Jonathan Aggie of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the legend Lennox Lewis, here in Miami ahead of a huge event. We are one day out from Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua. Lennox, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. When they said that Anthony Joshua was going to fight Jake Paul, I was like, what? Are they serious? I didn't think Jake Paul would do this, but you got to give him credit for taking this big step. It's a big step. He's actually boxing a real heavyweight that people, respect.
Anthony Joshua, most odds makers have him at least 7-1. Jake Paul's a 7-1 underdog to defeat Joshua tomorrow night. Did you obviously only had 2 losses in your career and you avenged both. Did you ever go into any fights where you were such a heavy favourite, you may have overlooked your opponent? What would be going through Joshua's mind, do you think, heading into tomorrow night?
Search and destroy should be going through his head, realizing that he's up against a YouTuber, realizing that this YouTuber shouldn't even be in the ring with him, so he should have a easy time. So the plan should be soften him up in the first round and take him out in the second.
What's your opinion of Jake Paul as a fighter? You were at the Mike Tyson fight. What's your opinion of him since when you first saw him to now?
My opinion of him is, he's a YouTuber, wants to be a boxer. He's done all the right moves to be a boxer. He's got a good coach. He's doing the work, and that's what you have to do the work. And he's been in there against a couple guys that, took him the distance, and he worked hard. But did he bite off more than he can chew with Anthony Joshua? I believe so. I think he's getting a little bit ahead of himself, and there should be a complete difference in the ring. In the fight, he's up against a 6'7" guy, a guy that's been to the Olympics, a guy that's been world champion. He's boxed all these great opponents, and this is the man he's going up against, so he's taking a big risk.
I spoke to Lawrence Okolie yesterday, who's been in camp with Jake, and he said at times he found it difficult to hit him. I don't know if that's due to the size, the height difference, or anything else. Did you ever fight any significantly smaller opponents, and how difficult was it?
And it was difficult because they're at a different pace. But he's actually up against a guy that's 6'7", that can move around the ring quite easily, cut off the ring quite easily. So, for Jake moving around the ring, all he's doing is going to be surviving, trying to survive, looking for that perfect opportunity to throw his right hand.
Do we read anything into those comments from Lawrence and going into tomorrow night about Jake's ability against top heavyweights? Or is what happens in sparring completely different to fight night?
Yeah, what happens in sparring is completely different, and everybody knows what Jake's going to do. He's going to move around the ring and try not to get hit, and it's up to Anthony Joshua to catch up to him and demolish him.
If it doesn't go that way, and
well, why don't you tell me how it's going to go? How do you think it's going to go?
I think AJ's big favourite to knock him out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what he should go in there and do. I think he should go in there and soften him up for the first round and take him out in the second or third round.
But if it doesn't go the way everyone's expecting, and Jake Paul does pull this off, what's the impact on AJ's legacy, in your opinion?
I would be surprised if Jake Paul pulled this off, and I don't think he will pull it off. It's just 2 different people. You got Aston Martin against a Fiat.
Earlier this week, AJ made some comments about the mindset he has, and when if he I think the quotes were, if he's able to kill someone, he will kill someone. Talk to us about that mentality that AJ has as a heavyweight, and what was your mentality in the peak of your career?
My mentality was search and destroy in that sense. His mentality is he's basically saying he wants to demolish the guy, he wants to get rid of the guy. I mean, people are expecting that. You can't allow this guy to go past 2 or 3 rounds and stay there, because it's going to look good for Jake Paul. Hey, I survived 3 rounds with Anthony Joshua, so you can't allow him to let that happen.
Is that a failure if that happens, if it goes past, say, the second round?
If it goes past the second round, then Jake Paul is a good mover. and he's going to get a lot of fans. People say, "Hey, he went through 2 rounds," when I didn't think he was going to make the first round. So he's going to gain fans that way.
Tyson Fury called the comments classless, and he's seemingly talking up a comeback, and they're scheduled to fight next year. What's your thoughts on potential AJ Fury matchup and Fury's comments?
I think that obviously, Fury's trying to heat up the fight between both of them. I think the comment that Anthony Joshua made, he didn't mean it in a bad way. He just wants, it's like that search and destroy. I want to get my opponent. I think killing is the wrong word using. I want to kill him. I think that's the wrong word. I want to destroy him is a good word. I want to get rid of him. I want to, brutalize him. These type of words are good words, but because of the safety factor of boxing, a lot of boxers getting hurt, I think maybe that's the wrong word to use.
Just lastly, on AJ Fury, what's your opinion of that fight? Should it happen next year?
Yeah, it's the biggest fight for in the world right now. This is what the Brits want to see. We want to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury box, and I'm excited to watch that fight. I'm looking forward to it. I heard it got signed, so here we go.
And just on the heavyweight landscape in general, Moses Itauma's coming up against Jermaine Franklin. What's your thoughts on Moses and his career so far?
I think Moses is he's hot right now, and he's doing great. And they have to pick his opponents pretty carefully, and don't want to rush him. He's got plenty of time, but he's a good talent coming out of Britain.
And earlier this week, Terence Crawford announced his retirement from boxing, 3-time undisputed champion, 5-weight world champion. Just describe his legacy and his decision to retire.
Well, I seen a show on him the other day, and I seen all the belts that he has on the wall, and I'm like, yo, that's a room full of belts. And he's quite an accomplishment that he did with all the fights. He's a great fighter. I call him Kung Fu because he's got that Kung Fu style of boxing, and a great style. So for him to retire, I think, he's spent a lot of time in boxing, and it's about time now. And this is the best time to retire, when you're on top.
Lennox Lewis, pleasure sitting down with yourself. You're looking well. It's a big event on Netflix tomorrow night. Any final words and what fans can expect?
What fans can expect, the undercards with the girls are going to be great. And they can expect, obviously, Anthony Joshua going out there and doing his thing. And they're going to be watching Jake go out there and attempt to beat a heavyweight champion.
And this is the final one. It's just come to my mind, and I'll be the comments won't be happy if I don't ask you. Usyk against Wilder is the talk right now.
Yeah.
Do you like that fight?
I think Usyk is way too great to lose that fight. I think it's going to be an easy fight for Usyk. I think both of them fighting, everybody wants to see that fight. I think Usyk has it hands down.
Lennox, appreciate your time.
Thank you.